Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you the restaurant chatbot functionality, how it so let's begin. So if user says hi, hello, it will respond, hello, I am Raza restaurant bot. How can I help you today? So I will say I'm looking for Indian restaurant. So in this, the Indian is the entity. So it won't ask me the second question which cuisine it is. So it has understood India to be a cuisine, and it didn't ask me the question for which cuisine. But if I say I am looking for restaurant, then it will ask me the question for which cuisine. So for two people, it's city Windsor. Do you want to sit outside? No. So by this, it has performed a Google search showing top 10 Indian restaurant, and also it has done a database insertion. If you see, so Indian for two people and outdoor sitting no, and location has been, so it has inserted data into the database as well as it has done the Google search. So I'm seeing Chopati restaurant. So Chapati. So would you like to receive these details on email? So I say yes. Please enter an email ID. So sm82@myscc.ca. So this is my email ID. We'll receive email soon. Now the time is 5:57, and yes, we have received the email. Dear customer, this is to inform you that you have booked Chowpatty restaurant, Indian cuisine for two people in the city of Windsor. So thank you for chatting with me. Now the another way of conversation. Let's say user don't want to receive the email. So same can happen. So find restaurant. Which cuisine? So I'm saying now Somalia. For how many people? Say three people. Windsor. It can be any city. Just sake of example. Do you want to sit outside? Yes. So it has performed a Google search on a Somalian restaurant. So I'm going to choose Jubba. Before that, I will show that it has also inserted the value of Somalian number of people 3 into the database. Then 3, yes. Which restaurant have you? Jubba. So, so there is a button. Would you like to receive this detail on email? So I say no. I say no. Okay, no problem. Enjoy your meal and do visit us again. So this is the flow of restaurant chatbot. But now if user comes and asks some out of scope question, let's say open, so that is also been handled by this chatbot. Let's say open calculator. It has opened the calculator for us. And then let's say play Avengers theme song. If he wants to listen to music, so the bot will perform you play a YouTube video. Then if user want to know who is the Prime Minister of Canada, it has done a Google search and telling Justin Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada, and then say what is the time. So the current time is 6 p.m. Yes. Uh, then if he wants to know the detail of weather, so if a user says what is the weather in Windsor, so then the bot will perform a web scraping. Oops. Okay, maybe weather. Okay, so I have retrained the model. So if a user asks what is the weather in Windsor, he wants to know the weather details. So this will perform a web scraping. The chatbot will, the engine will search open weather data, and it will see, and it will extract some important information related to weather city. So Windsor city, and it will give the information as Windsor city's current temperature is 25 degrees Celsius with few clouds, possessing humidity as 43%, and wind blowing with a speed of 5.14 kilometer. So if I say what is the weather in Toronto, so Toronto city's temperature is 12 degrees Celsius with overcast cloud, possessing humidity as 24%, and so it has extracted information from the website. Uh, then if a user wants to get some information from Wikipedia, so let's say give me information information about data science. So it has given, so since it's an out of scope entity, so it has given, sorry, I was not trained to handle that request, but to fulfill your intent I will do my best. So big data, it gave out a Wikipedia one liner information of data science. So another out of scope entity is if a user wants to know his diabetes, he wants to do his health check, so he can say so if a user comes and asks like uh, I want to check my diabetes. So so the bot will open diabetes prediction application, which is on public, and this application basically works in two modes: and in-person delivery and batch processing. So in-person, user just have to give the information about his glucose, blood pressure, how much he is having, BMI, age, and the bot will and the application will predict so for this particular parameter, the person is not having a diabetes. But let's say if I increase a blood sugar level to 198, if I hit 197, let's say, and if I click So for glucose level of 197, you are a diabetic. Please take care. So there are different fields where which are also contributing. The age is also contributing glucose and all. Then comes batch processing. In batch processing, uh, so if a healthcare organization wants to understand what's the pattern going on in the patient's diabetes, what so they can do so. So the data set is on diabetes. So it's an imbalanced data set with 34.2% of diabetic person and 65.8% of non-diabetic people. It's a count plot, and we can see different visuals on diabetes. So it's a correlation matrix, glucose versus diabetes. So on an average, the people who have diabetes have the high average glucose level. Then the custom plot. So if a person wants to understand how what the pattern is going on, so glucose versus insulin effect. So it will plot a scatter plot with OLS line of insulin, and yellow dots correspond to the people who have the diabetes and blue dot correspond to the people who don't have diabetes. So in this way we can actually see multiple graphs just by giving the parameters different, and the plot will change. Okay. Then comes feature distribution. In feature distribution, if a data scientist wants to understand the distribution of each feature, age, so these are right skewed, blood pressure is uh, normal, normally distributed. So now I'm going to show you Slack integration with RASA chatbot. So if the same chat can be transferred to Slack user interface. So if you say hi, hello. So I'm for I'm looking for a restaurant. So which cuisine? So it was Indian. How many people? Same response which we were getting at shell in Rasa shell at command prompt. The same response we are getting at user interface level at Slack. Which city would you like to dine out? User. Then after that, uh, let's say one more out of scope. So whatever chat we were doing using uh, using Rasa shell can be done using Slack as well by integrating Rasa with. So if you see the communication, which cuisine I'm looking for restaurant. So which cuisine? Chinese. So for how many people? Two. Which city would you like to dine out? Windsor. Do you want to sit outside? No. So all done. So it has taken Chinese number of people as two, location Windsor out, and then would you like to receive this email? We have the button yes and no. So if I click yes, then I have to enter email ID, and then thank you for chatting with me. You will receive this email on this, and enjoy your meal, and do visit us again. Thank you.